Welcome to today's Research Business Daily Report, where we're going to hear from Jack Wakshlag, one of the media research world's most respected executives and thought leaders. We are sponsored today and this week by Nuance, offering multi-language verbatim coding services that help their clients quantify the meaning of open-ended answers. Nuance, a decision analyst company. Analytics are supposed to bring more clarity, not to mention actionability, to what research is already providing businesses. And the presumption, you might think, is that the research function and the analytic partners that are alongside it would be working in concert for the benefit of the corporation. Well, in many cases, not so much. In pharmaceuticals, for instance, those functions are often geographically separated from each other, deliberately put in different buildings. Now, rivalries have been known to break out in some companies between research and analytics, making collaborations difficult. And then there is the most frequent scenario, where great research talent and great analytic talent have to learn how to align and support each other. And that is apparently the situation in media these days. So says Jack Wakshlag, the former chief research officer for Turner Broadcasting, and before that, the head of research for the WB television network, and prior to that, the CBS Director of Research. Speaking to RBDR from his home, he said that media departments are struggling to bring the essential benefits of both research and analytics together. Jack, media researchers are in a little bit of a changing situation in their departments because of not only the appearance, but the dramatic upgrade in importance of another area. Why don't you talk about that a little bit? What's going on inside media research?
Yeah, I think the media research world is sort of becoming a confluence of two forces. You have the traditional media research people who have worked in TV, radio, and at agencies, and now you have a second group of research groups who wouldn't call themselves research people. They'll call themselves people who are involved in data analytics, whose background comes from the digital side. And it's interesting to watch these two very different traditions sort of converge in a media group as media companies become multi-platform companies. So if you thought of Turner Broadcasting as a cable network company, it clearly has shifted to becoming a multi-platform media company, and putting together the people with data analytics skills with media research skills is a key challenge for the industry going forward. But if you can do it effectively, you have a major advantage.
So we're not talking about any real rivalry between these two groups.
No, I think it's a lack of understanding or appreciation of what the other brings. As the tradition is, the digital media people sold against television, and the television research people sold against digital. Now that you have companies that have both pieces of this puzzle, or both pieces are offering both digital and television, it's important that both groups learn and understand what each other do and how the other parts conduct business.
It sounds to me as if it requires a manager, a director, or vice president to really kind of bang heads together a little bit, or no?
Yeah, I think it's important for research/analytics managers to find a way to bring their groups together so they can see what the others do and understand why. Mm-hmm. Otherwise, they won't be able to share best practices. I mean, there are things that traditional media research people do that those who are involved in data analytics generally don't do. Media research, for example, spend a lot of time examining the quality of their data. The people in data analytics are expert statisticians and mathematicians, but may not have the history of trying to figure out and study the quality of the data. And so I think those two traditions, if they come together, can be very powerful.
From what you see in the industry, are there organizations where this integration has really taken hold and already is making a difference?
Yeah, we certainly did it at Turner. Other companies were doing it more and more. There are agencies that were doing it as well because they didn't want They didn't want to see the things in silos. If a company wants to buy video and it's going to have video in digital and video on television or video ads on both places, trying to deal with two separate groups doesn't really make sense.
Our thanks to Jack for his time and his insights. That is your Research Business Daily Report. We've been sponsored by Nuance, offering multi-language verbatim coding services to help companies quantify the meaning of open-ended answers. Nuance is a decision analyst company, and it would like to make it easy for you to find out more about this terrific service. So we and they have created a link. It is www.nuancecoding.com. Check it out. It'll be well worth your while. Have a great research day, and we'll see you back here with us tomorrow.